It's really early into the season, but how have things been going so far?
Really good. So summer attendance, that's what kind of I think most coaches gauge everything off of. Uh, and like coming in, obviously this was my first full year here. Last year summer attendance was really good, and I think that's what helped us, make a run in the playoffs 4 rounds deep. And so we see a lot of that now too. I mean, I'd say there's not a single day that goes by where every single kid is at least not accounted for. So we got our kids, they're doing a really good job of communicating with us, and just had a really good summer so far.
Coming off one of the best seasons in the last couple years, how are you guys building off that momentum?
Last year. It really doesn't matter. Obviously we lost a lot of seniors. The number was really big. I think it was about 23, 24 seniors. So, and that's the beauty of high school football is obviously Tripp last year, he was a pretty good player for us. 60 touchdowns is what we have to replace at that position because we don't plan on taking any steps back. So definitely excited about what we did last year. Kids definitely found ways to win tough games throughout the season in the playoffs, non-district. So we learned how to win, and so now it is about stacking that, building off of that, but it's a completely different year.
It's now your second year at Liberty-Eylau. What's something you learned in your first year that you're really taking into this second year?
I'd say that like natural competitiveness of the kids, they really value winning, which I think is important as a coach. I think a lot of coaches miss the boat when it comes to that because don't get me wrong, working hard and all that stuff are lifelong lessons that we need to instill in these kids. But I believe when coaches diminish winning and how important that is, I think we miss it. So our kids really value winning, which is nice to not have to teach them that winning is important, and that's what we should strive to do. I believe that's what we're called to do when we compete. So that's probably the biggest thing I learned is that across all sports, whether girls side, boys side, it doesn't matter. Our girls love to compete, our boys love to compete to try to win at the end of the day.
A few key roles have opened up since last season. Who are you expecting to step up?
It's every day, and that's what we talked about. Whether through graduation or transfers, obviously our roster's changed. And to me, that's exciting. Kind of like coming in here coaching and kind of seeing how everything was being run. I was excited because things weren't in a good way when we got here. And bringing in the staff that I was able to bring in, we were able to make a change for Ellie. And it was good, and it excited me that they weren't as good because I knew how quick a turnaround could be. So that's what I tell the kids, like we talked about with Tripp. I mean, there's 60 touchdowns out there for someone not to talk about going and getting, for them to go and take it. And I told them, like, you should work so hard, you should produce so much in the summer that you're demanding that we get you the ball more. You're demanding that we run behind you on that side of the offensive line or that we put you in positions on defense to make plays.
Last year's quarterback Tripp Basinger graduated. Where are you at in this year's quarterback battle?
Right now we got two kids going at it, CJ Cleveland, Rod Watkins. And same thing, just consistency. They're here every single day, learning every single day. That was the message when we got off the field just now, is every day you have to learn something new, whether it be how your receivers move in space, where they want the ball placed, whether it be scheme. It doesn't matter. Every day you should walk out of the building a little bit better than you were at the quarterback position. So they're doing a really good job.
What are you most looking forward to this season?
Kind of like I said, in high school, you get new kids that you get to coach every year, whether it be a JV kid that now is in the quarterback meeting room, or kids that just kind of step up into a bigger role, and we just kind of naturally get to coach them more once they get into that bigger role in varsity. So working with the kids, replaced a couple staff members too, and whatever sport it is, I love the staff makeup of every sport we have across the board. So getting to work with them and getting to work with the kids.
What's the priority this early into the season?
Priority. I'm glad I don't get to say consistency because, like I said, we're really consistent working out. Our kids understand now that the weight room comes before anything. Football doesn't happen unless you have the weight room. So our kids are completely bought into that. So I guess I'd say priority are kind of like I talk with the quarterbacks every day, but picking up on something every single day you come into the building. Receivers working on catching the ball, a little coaching point that Coach Hall will give them, just something that they have to pick up on every single day to where we're not coaching the same thing every single day.
Arian Taylor started to have a big year towards the end of last season. What are you expecting from him this year?
AT is one of the coolest kids to coach. Like, he's so awesome. He matured a lot from last year, whether it be in football season, which in football season he was really good. The best part about him is he answered the call early on. He's a young kid. He's a young sophomore playing running back, and with that comes things like pass protection, which are not near as fun as getting the ball. So he answered the call in a really good way early in the year, and makes him, to me, easy to pitch to recruiters. Like, he is a selfless kid out there on the football field. Then that translated to baseball. He started every game at right field, batted ninth, and he wasn't an easy out in the 9-hole for us. So he was really consistent in baseball. And when he got here, he took no days off after the state championship run. That next Monday, he was at workouts, one of the first ones here, and he got bigger, faster, and stronger throughout baseball season, which is hard to do just with how long a baseball season is. So that says, one, how good Coach Fowler does with those kids, but two, his work ethic. And so I'm expecting a really big year from him.
Is there anyone else that you think will really be breaking out?
There's a lot of kids I'm really excited for. Quavion Moore didn't find the field a lot as a junior. Huge personality, so everyone knows, and they can probably hear Joker from wherever they're at right now. But he's a really hard worker. Expect a lot from him. Luke Basinger played a lot as a freshman last year, Coach Basinger's son, and he's going to have a really, really big breakout year. He hit a huge growth spurt, so he grew like 3 inches, gained 15 good pounds, is really strong and athletic right now. So on both sides of the ball, those two.